Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail and necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Well, that night I lost myself to ruby red lips, milky white skin, and baby blue eyes. Name was Russell.
And on the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
Gators, bitches, best be using jimmies.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, what? I didn't break it. I was just testing its durability, and then I placed it in the woods because it's made of wood, and I just thought it should be with its family. Welcome to Plotty Time. All right, let's mix it up again this week. We're going to go nuts. We're going to do a brand new segment. It's called What Are You Playing? What Are You Watching? What Are You Doing? And we'll start, I don't know, Dr. Syintist. What's going on?
What are you doing?
Well, I didn't do much this week because I moved, so that was a lot of time.
Ooh, fancy.
But I did watch a movie you recommended, Poppascotch,
Oh?
Oh, yeah?
called Nightmare Alley.
I think you
I
didn't
don't
recommend
recall
it.
recommending that. I did discuss it. That is true.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I think you oversold it.
I oversold it. The whole smugness of him. You know what I mean?
It's terrible.
Is it really
On
that
many
bad?
levels.
Who's in it?
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, yes, okay. It's the one where he just, like, is a con man.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a carnival con man who keeps...
There's a bunch of
conning
other
richer and
people in
richer
it,
people.
too. Ron Perlman's in it.
Nice.
I thought it looked really pretty. It was a really neat looking set design, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
But other than that,
Kate Blanchett's in it.
like in the past.
yes.
Yes. No, it's set in today's Carnival Barkers.
Well, you never know. Dorney Park still has
They're
them.
making a killing in Florida.
They're making a killing in Florida. But yeah, I was annoyed that you recommended that.
I didn't care for that movie at all. I thought it was pretty clear about that.
I must have not understood what you were saying.
Okay.
And then, for some reason, I watched Hansel and Gretel, the Jeremy Renner one. That's
Oh,
always
God.
entertaining.
Damn it. That fucking movie.
I almost watched that this week.
It's still pretty good. I mean, it was a million times better than Nightmare Alley.
Oh, that's pretty easy to do, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's simple.
Didn't he have like an automatic crossbow in that movie?
Yeah?
Is that the one where it's like Hansel and Gretel vampire hunters or
They're hunting
witch
witches.
hunters?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not children in the fairy tale anymore. They're adults that hunt monsters.
Yeah, him and Gemma Atherton, I think, are Hansel and Gretel, and Famke Johnson's the main witch bad girl.
That makes sense.
You're a
That
big
makes
Famke
sense.
Janssen fan from way back, though, right?
Oh, I love Famke Janssen.
Another actress who was in
Nip
Nip
Tuck.
Tuck.
Yeah.
Bringing
Look
it
for our
back.
Nip Tuck episode by episode podcast coming next summer.
Not this summer. Next summer.
Yes, obviously.
Exactly.
Need a lot of research for that.
Does it stream on anything? I don't know.
It's an Was it FX? It's got to be somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll take a look. It's probably on Hulu.
Yeah, we'll find it. Don't worry about it.
But
guys.
yeah, Hansel and Gretel's still good.
All right.
And I watched like the first 2 or 3 of the new Love, Death, and Robots.
There's new ones?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like volume 3?
Volume
Is
3,
that what this
yeah.
is?
Yeah. Nice.
Of course they're good.
I still haven't seen the second one, but I loved the first one.
Man, well, now you got 2 extra ones to see.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them are really good. Well, I only watched 3,
Yeah.
but 2 of the 3 were good.
All
The
right.
first one has the 3 robots in it again.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
With the cats? So they finally got away from the cats? Is
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
telling me?
yeah. But, I mean, other than that, I just moved a bunch of stuff. So, what about you, Poppascotch? What'd you play, watch, do, stuff?
Well, thanks for asking. First of all, great news. Every episode of Nip Tuck is on Hulu.
Nice.
Awesome.
So
All of
that
them?
was close. Every single one, all 6 seasons.
Sick.
I can't believe there were 6 of them. Jesus.
I know,
The first
right?
4 were decent.
4 now.
Isn't the consensus that we came up with through our memories that everything before they moved to Hollywood was
Yeah.
good?
I was guessing 4, but
Yeah, who the hell knows?
That's probably what it is. I don't know. We'll go with that. So what did I do? What did I watch? I watched a Chump Slap pick. I watched Back from Hell.
Nice.
that could be anything he talked about.
I know.
I don't even remember what it was.
It was the one with the possessed guy.
Oh, that one.
That's all I remember about it. I didn't like it. I remember you saying you liked it. I didn't like it, but to be fair, I wasn't paying attention enough. So it was just like every time I tuned in, there was a dude doing a weird voice, acting like he's possessed, and I'm like, ugh. I should give it another chance, to be fair to it. But I watched it. Another Chump Slap favorite I watched, Evil Dead remake.
Nice.
It's fucking great.
So good, man.
It's really good. Like, it's way better than I remember, and I remember it being pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I watch it every couple months, to remind myself how good it is.
Nice. And then I watched Ambulance.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't great, guys.
So you're recommending it like Nightmare Alley?
Exactly. Yeah, if that's what you think a recommendation is.
Didn't Syintist
Me
watch
saying-
that one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Was it you watched Ambulance?
Yeah.
They're trying to set it up as you have to care about this character who is like he's a veteran. He has medical bills he's got to pay for his wife, but insurance won't cover it. And I guess this is life-saving? I don't know what else to say here, but he goes to his brother, his adoptive brother, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and Jake Gyllenhaal's like, oh, you need money? This is perfect. I'm about to do a fucking bank robbery. Hop in.
Well, everyday
start.
things. Yeah.
And it was basically Jake Gyllenhaal, his brother, and Isa Gonzalez, who was great. She was fantastic. In an ambulance, driving around L.A.
Robin Banks.
Nope. Robbing a bank.
Oh.
If you like, if I lived in L.A., I think this would be cool to see all the locations I go to every day, but I don't care. So,
What are the odds you live in LA and go to those locations? LA's
a good
got
point.
hundreds of thousands of locations, probably.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you saw a movie that was filmed in your hometown, you'd be like, oh, that's where I threw up that one time. You know, it's a fun thing.
Yeah. Well, it's like Hell House LLC, you know?
I was just going to say, yeah, we saw this, at least, I don't know if it was the first one, but definitely the second and third had scenes of Joey B's, which we have all probably thrown up at some point in our 20s, I assume.
Nah, I never puke. I'm like Seinfeld.
I don't know if I puked in the building.
I definitely didn't.
Oh, just me? I'm the asshole? Okay. Great. Thanks for the support. But other than that, Ambulance, skip it, unless you are really into gun movies, and even then it's not a good one.
Oh, you could like ambulances.
Or if you're a big fan of ambulances, man,
Yeah,
this is
I don't know.
ambulance porn. I'll tell you what. Ambulances in every shot. And then I rewatched a horror movie. I believe we've all watched it. We were both kind of in a mood, and we didn't want to think too much about it, but we watched The Host.
Never heard of it.
The one that came out during the pandemic. It's all like a Zoom
Yeah.
call where they do the seance.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's not bad. Like, it's good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's still decent. And it's
And it was like 80 minutes. Like,
minutes.
we flew through this, you know. We didn't overstay our welcome. It was sufficiently freaky. And then I watched a movie called We're All Going to the World's Fair.
sounds fun. Is it
Yeah.
horror?
No.
Is it a rom-com?
It's a 1930s documentary.
No. Honestly, it's about a kid who's like 12 or 13 being all goth and emo. And I don't quite understand what the movie was about. It was definitely an art film, which I wasn't expecting.
Art. Yeah,
I thought it was
you
going to
just
be a
don't get
horror
art.
film.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't. It was really pretty, and the kid that was the actor in the whole thing was really great for being that young. But other than that, I was like, man, I don't care about this at all. I don't. But that's all I got for watched. I didn't get to play too much. I was doing a home project here,
That's fair.
which I was digging a trench for a French drain.
I thought you were going to put a moat around your house.
Say that 5 times fast.
A trench for a French train.
Oh, that is a tough one. That's a good one. It's a good one. It was like a 90-foot trench, like 10
Deep?
inches deep.
Oh.
Yeah, to 90 feet deep. Yes.
And you were
Yes.
digging this.
I dug the whole thing, and then the wife also helped.
I
So
don't believe you.
she helped quite a bit. Look, I got pictures. I got receipts, son. I sweat through 4 fucking shirts yesterday. It was disgusting.
Why were you wearing 4 shorts?
Why would you do it on the
I wasn't
hottest day
wearing
of the year?
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, we have someone coming next week to do another project, and I had to do the French drain before that. So, Saturday was the day, and I sweat my ass off out there doing it. But it got done, and now it's supposed to storm like
Did he ever
just in
explain why he
time.
was wearing 4 shirts?
No.
I've sweat through a shirt, removed the shirt, put on a different
Oh,
shirt.
that's your fault.
Yeah.
Sweat through that.
What you should do is take off the sweaty one and wear it as a bandana to cool your head down.
Why aren't you just doing it shirtless like a man?
I was so close to just popping that bad boy off.
And then you let one dry, and then when the other one gets wet, you swap them out.
That's smart. You only sweat through 2 shirts.
Yeah, I mean, it stinks, but
Look, what can I say? I haven't done enough manual labor in my life, I guess.
yeah, that's for sure.
But my body feels broken.
I
Like
believe
everything
it.
hurts.
Yeah, that happens when you sweat.
And I think I've only combined all of the work. It was not easy work, but all of it combined, I'm maybe 20 hours of manual labor.
In your
And
life?
that's on the
Sounds about right.
no, just for this project.
Oh,
Hey, you're forgetting my days at the door factory, all right? That sucked. But yeah, maybe 20 total hours of time, and my body is about to leave. Like my bones are just gonna leave. They're like, this is bullshit. We're leaving. Anyway, so what I play? I played a little bit of FIFA.
just a little?
You buy some packs?
Not last week. But did I go on the FIFA rant where I was like, I bought the game months ago, and it was
gone
like
on several
$35
FIFA
or
rants.
something?
Yeah.
You might as well go again.
It was like $35. I bought it. I meant to play it. It just sat there in the case. And then I started, I installed it. I started playing it a little bit, fucking around here and there.
Mhm.
And then it went for free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, you just have to wait for the season to be over.
Just got to wait long enough. I would suggest you guys give it a shot if you haven't played a football game in a while. It's fun.
All right, maybe.
And it's free. So why not?
Mhm.
But that's pretty much all I did. How about you, Sir Chump Slap? What are you playing? What are you watching? What are you doing? What's going on?
All right, well, let me tell you. Watched a couple movies. I don't know, you guys ever see a movie before?
No.
Like
what
a
kind of media
Nickelodeon?
is it?
Is it Fortnite?
Is
that
it
what
like
you
a
mean?
podcast
It's something
with
like
pictures?
that. Yes, almost. Like a story. Like a book that moves.
Like a Nickelodeon. I said that.
Oh, yeah, so you did.
Nickelodeon has kids shows.
No, like the thing with the crank and
The
the thing goes
nickel.
around.
Jack in a Box?
Just go. Just try
All
to just go.
Well, I watched this one. I believe both of you guys suggested it. Spontaneous.
Yeah, it's
Yep, we sure did.
I thought it was okay, but it was like too young adult,
good. It's too hardy for him.
life affirming kind of thing. Because in the beginning, I was just like, oh no, you're scared of blowing up. Welcome to fucking adulthood. When I'm scared of having a heart attack every couple days, you know?
Well, I mean, you could just go to a doctor.
It's not going to stop me from being scared.
Just go to the doctor.
But I mean, it was okay.
Yeah, it's like welcome to being 40.
Yeah,
Worried about dying every time you overexert yourself.
yeah,
Like when you
exactly.
dig a French drench drain.
Nice.
A French drain trench? French drain? French drain. French trench drain. No.
But yeah, it was
what was
okay, man.
I enjoyed it.
But watch this other one called The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one.
I think I saw that.
Do you really?
I loved it.
Where the guy's like a cop and he's having a mental breakdown. He's an ex-alcoholic.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's good.
Yeah. They're looking for a werewolf and he keeps yelling at people. He's like, it's not a fucking werewolf.
Yeah.
I just love that moment where he's like, oh, so you think, and he names like 9 crazy things that happened. You think that's what happened? And the guy goes, yeah. He goes, you're a bad police officer.
Yeah.
But actually, that was what my quote was from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, shit.
Where it's like, if you want police to do better police work or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was an okay movie. I had a good time watching it.
You know what it reminded me of? One I really want to watch again? After Midnight.
Yeah.
That was a fucking weird movie.
It was, but I don't think it was that weird. This one.
It was pretty good though. I mean, he's hunting a werewolf.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. But then I watched The Northman. You guys hear about this? Robert Eggers'
Viking
new movie?
one or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. With Skarsgård and Anna Taylor-Joy.
Is it all right?
It's fucking gorgeous. I mean, he just makes movies that look amazing. But the story was It was just a regular revenge story set in Viking times.
There's so many Viking things out now.
Yeah. Well, it's a big thing.
I missed it. I woke up one day and was like, there's a shitload of Viking properties out there. What's the deal with that?
When did it start?
With the TV show Vikings, I'd
Well, there's
assume.
Vikings, and then there's another TV show. There's like 4.
It was probably from Thor,
Maybe.
the original one, 7 years ago or whatever. It's probably 10 years ago now.
I don't know. I think everyone just likes Vikings. They always did.
I guess so.
They have a cool style and everything,
I guess I'm just not going to understand everything, I should just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too old now.
I expected
You're
it to
right.
be cooler or weirder, after The Witch and The Lighthouse.
It wasn't weird. It was more of like a straightforward
Yeah.
story type situation.
Yeah.
It's
But
kind of a bummer.
yeah, it was filmed beautifully. Looked awesome. Great scenery.
Man, now I want to watch The Lighthouse again.
I know, right?
That's a fucking movie. They don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, that
Well, I guess
bad?
they
I mean,
did.
it's pretty
Just
terrible.
did. I
Garbage
disagree.
flick.
You don't know what a movie is.
False.
I don't know what a movie is. I thought we already covered that.
Hey, you know what? Dr. Scientist is
Alright,
correct. He did
that's
establish
fair.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I watched. Played a little Elden Ring. Almost finished my second character.
Nice.
But other than that, nothing to write home about, guys.
Mm.
Just some movies and a little bit of Elden Ring.
Okay. I mean, that's still pretty dope,
Oh, thank you.
but not as dope as this video game news / stuff we've got coming up.
What? Tell me about the news, Scotchy. Tell me about the news. Yeah.
I like it. I really like it. Yeah, so biggest one of this last week, FIFA
It's
is
free.
EA Sports FIFA is dropping the FIFA name after almost 30 years.
So
Oh,
they're not
yeah?
paying for it anymore.
What are they going to call it? Football?
They're going to be calling it EA Sports FC.
Football Club.
And they said nothing else is going to change. Same team, same everything. So the organization that is FIFA, they have basically come back and said, well, we're going to make our own game, but it's going to be better than that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm paraphrasing, but like not a lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's pretty much that's exactly what happened. But how do you guys feel about it? How are you going to pick up EA Sports FC now that they finally dropped the FIFA name?
No.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't play it was because of the name.
Yeah, definitely. That was convincing. And then in other news, so I told you guys I was playing the Alan Wake game, which I still have
I thought
to
you
finish up.
platinumed it already.
I numbed it. I still have to finish the DLC. I got 100% on one of the DLCs. I got to finish the other one.
Oh.
But in Alan Wake news, they announced, and this isn't the news, but they said that Alan Wake is going to come to Switch. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then they also threw in actually, I don't give a shit. But then at the end, they threw in, oh, yeah, by the way, there's also going to be an Alan Wake TV show on AMC.
All right, something I'm not going to have to watch.
Well, maybe I won't have to play the game.
It's a good point. Apparently, it was first announced as a barely talked about TV show adaptation in 2018. But I guess now they're moving forward with it.
Well, yeah.
That's pre-plotty time. I don't know anything from there.
That's pre-pandemic, man.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Yeah.
And then also, fun piece of news. Remember how there was
Fun
a stretch
PC
there
Mhm.
where I was talking about how the new most expensive video game ever had been sold and the numbers kept getting ridiculous?
Oh, yeah.
Remember this? There's like a different one every week.
Is this an NFT news?
This is not an NF. We're getting there, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Relax.
The company that was doing the evaluations, I guess it's WATA, W-A-T-A, WATA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
drink your water.
Basically, a class action lawsuit hit them because they weren't returning games fast enough and because everyone believes that they just made up the prices of these extremely expensive games to make the games more valuable.
Isn't that what all
Yeah.
price,
Isn't that like
places?
the stock market?
like Beckett and shit?
Yes, but they're not. The class action lawsuit is saying that there was fraud involved, that these games never actually sold, or that I don't know exactly what the case is. I don't mean to speak out of school, but they're now facing a class action lawsuit.
Uh-oh. Look out.
I have a feeling it's not going to go anywhere.
Let me get in that class.
We'll never hear about it again.
Apparently, when you send your game to them so they can grade it, they charge a fee, so you got to pay the fee. And if your game is valued over $2,500, they get to keep 2% of it. So they've been basically falsely inflating the prices of these games so they can charge a bigger fee.
Oh, they sell it for you too?
Oh, it's called capitalism, Poppascotch.
The point is they're hyping up their own market. Do you not understand how this is illegal?
I just thought that's what everybody
Yeah.
did.
I mean,
Well, it's fraud.
they're putting a subjective price on something and then saying, okay.
Well, now these people got caught.
Well,
So-
They
I mean, you have to
got.
prove that it's not worth it. And
If
how
it's
you gonna
sold
do
for that price, then it is worth it, right?
Yeah.
I'm confused here. I'm not a lawyer, but sounds shady.
Yeah, but shady doesn't mean it's wrong.
They accuse Wata Games and owner Collectors Universe of pumping up a bubble around retro game collecting, misleading customers, and a pattern of racketeering activity.
Oh,
It's a RICO suit.
racketeering.
Okay.
I gotcha.
That's still stupid. We'll never hear about it again.
What's a racketeer?
Don't they wear packs on it? Like Bill?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I can't
and he has like a helmet.
Yeah. That's a racketeer.
So then in other news... Do you hear about this stuff that's going on in China? This crazy stuff. I guess that's not very specific.
No.
The Chinese government has announced a bunch of changes to the way kids can access the internet.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them is after 10 p.m., kids are no longer permitted to watch and tip streamers.
Kids shouldn't be tipping streamers to begin with.
I agree. I didn't know this was a problem. Viewers under the age of 18 won't be allowed to tip. A practice, well, I don't need to read what tipping is. I think we've all figured that out. And then after 10 p.m., you can't watch any live streams or anything like that.
10 p.m.
which
local
I would
time?
assume. I assume it's local time, right? Because then that would mean that anybody in another time zone,
Yeah.
especially out west, they just wouldn't be able to see.
I don't understand why people tip streamers anyway, because they're making a fuckload of money.
I wouldn't call it a fuckload, but
Making a lot more money than I'm making.
well, yeah.
That's a fuckload to me.
I think if it was something like, if someone was doing a speed run live, maybe I'd tip them or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, if it was a charity thing, sure. But if it's just somebody like doing their chill weekly Thursday night stream and I'm watching it, I'm not going to be like, yeah, here's $1.
Yeah, it's silly.
You're getting ad revenue. Like are you getting ad revenue? I don't know.
Yeah,
Which
if
pays
you have
these
enough.
I'm getting my tax dollars.
people? Yeah.
Yeah, you tell them, Syintist.
Yeah. But now it's banned from watching and tipping streamers after 10 p.m. in China.
After 10 p.m. Get your tipping in before
you're a
10,
child.
kids.
Aren't they behind the big fire or the Great Firewall? Is that what they call it?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
firewall
all
of
internet
China.
traffic leaving China goes through the government's firewalls. So they
All
just
it coming in, yeah.
All of it
Block
both
everything.
ways, probably.
Yeah. They don't block everything.
No, they don't block everything, just what they feel like.
Yes.
With no real process to it. They're just like, nope, none of this. Click.
Good luck finding Winnie the Pooh in China.
I thought that was South Korea or North
Oh,
Korea.
yeah, you're right.
Maybe it is China. I don't know.
That's all we got for Video Game News /stuff.
Oh, that's
I didn't hear any NFT news.
good. Uh-huh. Maybe next
I
week.
lied about the NFT news.
Oh, you got all our listeners' hopes up.
Yeah.
Well, look, I don't keep this to ourselves, right? Okay, don't blow this up, but I got a big NFT piece for next week.
Official Plottytime NFTs for sale.
Oh, that'd be hilarious if I just started selling Plottytime NFTs and like announced it here and you guys had no idea. Like, anyway, we're selling NFTs. You guys are like, wait, what?
Anyway.
Let's get to the game. How about it? Let's just talk about the game.
Let's do it.
Okay, great. Because this is the game where we ask the question, when has a video game based off a network TV hour-long drama not been amazing?
This time.
Obviously, we're talking Prison Break, The Conspiracy.
Did any of us watch the show?
No.
No, the premise was so fucking dumb. I didn't bother.
Yeah, it was like
Did
that
you?
movie.
No, I mean, someone that suggested, hey, it's all right. You should watch it, but I ain't going to watch
It was a Fox show, right? Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure.
Whatever.
It was released March 30th, 2010. Number one song in the country. Any guesses?
2010. Pharrell, Happy.
Damn it. Famous female solo act.
Whitney Houston.
No.
I don't think she was
No.
dead yet.
Well, I gotta look that up. No, it's not Whitney Houston.
It was Beyonce.
Oh, or Rihanna.
Girl Power or something.
Umbrella.
Like
The only female solo artist that has won a shitload of Grammys that you didn't mention yet.
Gwen Stefani.
that. Tay-Tay.
Lady Gaga. Born This Way.
Oh.
Man, she's been around that long?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Whitney Houston passed away, God rest her soul, February 11th, 2012.
Oh, she
Boom,
could
nailed
have
it.
squeaked it in there.
She was alive and had plenty of time to finish up Prison Break Conspiracy. Number one movie in the country. It's
Bug's
Clash of
Life.
the Titans. It's Clash of the Titans. I don't.
Wow, never would have guessed that. That was a number one movie.
That's
I
impressive.
didn't even have hints to give you. Like I was like, it's just this. It's
Clash of
Titans.
the blank.
This day in history, March 30th, 1953. This one's for Dr. Syintist. Albert Einstein announces revised unified field theory. Obviously, Chump Slap and I know what that is, but why don't you tell the listeners what unified field theory is?
We don't have time. Just keep going.
Okay, cool. So it was released for PC, PS3, and Xbox 360, developed by Zootfly
Oh,
Ooh.
great company.
and published by Deep Silver, who, if we remember, are the people who did, God damn it, the Zombie Island fighting game.
Dead Island?
There it is, Dead Island.
I mean, you said basically
I
the
know.
words of the title.
I was like, yeah, that's the name, right?
We all knew what I was talking about. It is an action-adventure game. This week, who picked it? Chump, do you know who picked it?
I believe it was a fan of ours from the opposite side of the world.
What?
Kansas?
Emery from Australia.
Oh, shout out to Down Under. I'd love to see it someday.
I know, right? I hear it's pretty neat. They got spiders and shit.
I hear it's lovely, but the plane ride, oh, buddy.
Yeah, right. Fuck that.
It's flat. You got to fly all the way to
The corner.
India and then go straight across.
I think I'll take a cruise there one day.
You won't.
That'd be like from New York.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Long
that'd be
ass
a ways.
All right, but anyway. You want me to just get into it, guys?
Yeah, if you got time, if you got a moment.
All right. Well, let's see. The game starts with one of those Latin words where they show you a part.
Well, this isn't really that, but
I'm sure there is a Latin word for this.
probably. Ex post facto.
They show you
Perfect.
the end, kind of. You just a recording, and it's a guy like, oh, if you hear this, I'm dead, blah, blah, blah.
If I had a nickel.
Tell me about it.
And we flash to one boss man of the company named Maddox, and he's telling a man named Paxton that you're going undercover in a prison, Fox River Penitentiary,
That always goes well.
and you're supposed to watch a guy named Lincoln Burrows, because we framed him for murdering the vice president's brother. Yes, we, the company, did that.
Okay.
Yeah, they never really explain what the company is, do they?
Probably in the show. I think this is just like a companion piece.
So, just so I'm clear, the show was the guy gets falsely imprisoned, his brother then commits a crime so he can also be in prison with his jailed brother, and then the point is to bust him out.
Yes.
Yeah.
His brother, one Mike Schofield, commits armed robbery, gets arrested, and ends up in the same prison. And that's what's confusing the company. They're like, they're going to try to break out or something. So we're going to have to send somebody in undercover.
Figure out what's going on.
You observe and report, no rough stuff. And he actually tells you, do not bring your voice recorder. Okay?
It's so dumb.
How do they expect... Never mind.
And he says it's like the Fort Knox of prisons. Which
What does that mean?
I don't
It's
know.
full of
They have
gold?
money in there? Yeah.
It's the Fort Knox of vaults.
It's, I don't know. But he tells him, observe and report, no rough stuff. Fast forward to Paxton going into prison. And he's going in with Mike, the guy's brother, on the same bus and everything. And he just starts trying to talk to him like he's buddies. Like, hey, yo, How about this prison, huh?
Thinking about breaking out, hey?
You hear about this other guy?
He killed the vice president's brother?
Yeah. Do you hear about the guy who killed the vice president's brothers
What's
in
his
here?
name?
That's pretty neat, huh? You're not related or nothing, are you?
Yeah, he's not very subtle about it.
No, it's really bad.
He's very direct in his.
I wonder if this happened in the show.
I think this Paxton guy was not a part of the show, and they're just adding like a story on.
So it's like Fight Club,
Yeah.
but not that bad.
But Paxton's prison number is 133709.
Oh.
He's a lead OG.
Jesus Christ. A 9 is not a G.
It is so.
Is that a thing? Like lead OG? Is that really a thing?
I don't know. That's what I thought when I saw the number. Yes, it is. It's a lowercase g. Think about it.
That seems
I don't
dumb.
want to. Let's
It is really dumb.
Every
but
other letter is capitalized.
all right, I don't know why I brought it up. Sorry.
You might be onto something.
He might be. That's one of the highest compliments Dr. Syintist can give you.
I know, right? Mark this.
He
This is
might
a great
be onto
day.
something.
But anyway, he's in prison. People give him shit. And somehow he brought the recorder in with him. So right when they put him in the cell, he just starts spilling the whole thing.
I don't know how he got the recorder in.
I know, into the Fort Knox of prisons somehow.
Yeah.
What do they call your butthole? The old prison wallet?
Yeah.
Well,
Though I don't know how you sneak in an entire recorder in your butthole.
they do strip search you when you go in and make you
Oh,
squat
they even
and
make
cough.
you look at you. Yeah. Open your butt.
Squat, open your butt, and lift your balls.
Yep. When I
Stop
went to
trying
prison,
to turn me on, Dr. Syintist. I'm trying to do a podcast here.
when I went to prison, I asked the guy, I was like, "Oh, that's it?" He's like, "Yeah, if you had something that far up there, you can have it."
When I went, it depended on which CO you got.
Really?
Because one CO was a dick and the other ones were just like, whatever.
Yeah, it's great times. I suggest everyone go to prison for a day or two. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just see what's up.
Yeah,
You
hit
know?
it for a week.
Check it out. You know,
It's a good way to lose weight if you're in there for a long time.
Oh yeah, you can learn to hacky sack socks because you got nothing else to fucking do.
I slept a lot.
So did I.
Like 16, 17 hours a day.
All right,
That's
we'll do a
so
prison
much.
podcast some other time.
you guys are just giving it away.
So you're in there, you're talking to a CO, and he's like, "Yo, go pick a fight with this teabag dude, because we want to get him sent to the SHU, which is solitary confinement."
How he talks in front of the guys on the recorder, and then the guy's like, hey, go beat this guy up.
Yeah, right. Blah blah. You fight. You join a fight club because C-Note's like, "I saw what you did there. You good at fighting? You want to fight in this club? You make money this way in prison." So you join the club. C-Note sends you to find some hidden meds. I just want to say here, for being the Fort Knox of prisons, you have fucking free reign of going anywhere you
Right?
want.
He just went. Oh, I got to sneak into the CO's office. Doop de doop, and the door is open, and I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'll crawl through the vents, and they're 5 feet tall.
Oh, all these vents happen to be open. There are little doors on them and shit.
And I'll...
It's like the same security at a public library. That's
I
basically
think
what.
it's
I think,
worse.
I think you'd even get
You'd
caught
get yelled
doing
at.
that shit.
If you went behind the counter at a library, they'd probably say something to you.
Or like someone walks in, you're just in the break room,
Yeah.
at the library. Like, what are you doing here, sir?
Yeah. And there's a lot of times when you have to just eavesdrop and you're just in a locker,
Yeah.
just peeking out.
Yeah, that was awesome. It would have been awesome if it happened once. It happened like 10 times.
So this is the first time you're like asking about, yo, what's up with Mike's tattoo? It looks fresh. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, so you're like, all right, Mike's planning a break with Lincoln. So I need to get info from Prison Industries where Mike's doing the plan. So you got to go talk to a mob boss, a Bruzy, and he's like, yeah, well, you get me info and I'll get you into the Prison Industries.
Prison Industries is like the criminal maintenance group they have.
Yeah.
They make it sound like it's some kind of like the people who bring your food in and make it. But
Yeah, it's just some type of like labor job
Yeah.
in prison. But anyway, you do some shit for a Bruzy. This is where you hide in a locker and eavesdrop. And then you're like, all right, here's some information.
Did what's his name do a Bruzy's voice?
Yeah,
yes.
that guy.
I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Peter Stormare.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's credited. Everybody from the show is credited as voice actors, which I thought was pretty neat.
I don't know anybody else from the show.
Peter Stormare was in the show?
I guess.
That's a good question. I guess I should have looked at that. But the two main guys from the show, Lincoln Burrows and Michael Schofield, the brothers, they are both the same actors that were in
Peter
the show.
Stormare.
They don't really talk that much in this game.
They don't, right?
Yeah. Anyway. Well, you do the eavesdropping, and then you have to find an incriminating letter from C.O. Bellick.
That just happens to be about the rat he wants to.
Yeah, he just has it on a piece of paper hidden in his fucking room or what office.
Isn't this the one where like the CO and one of the female COs or something, or is like, and he like puts the letter down and you sneak in while they're hooking up in the corner?
No.
Oh,
yeah, it is. Puts the letter on a table and then they just start making out and you just sneak in and pick it up.
He doesn't sneak in. He does the cool thing where he leaves his feet in the thing and he backs down,
yeah.
picks it up.
Fucking
Ridiculous.
Mission Impossible style.
Yeah.
So after you get that, and you're like, okay, you got in. Then you have to beat some guy up in the shower. The guy that you spied on, named Teets or something like
Rat.
that. Yeah. So you get into PI, Prison Industries, and you're keeping an eye on Mike. And you see him saying something that he's taking some pills, insulin blockers. Turns out he's faking diabetes so he can get to the infirmary for some reason. And you're like, ooh,
I better go tell people.
I better go talk to my little voice recorder and then figure out how to get to the infirmary.
There were so many fetch quests in that game.
It was all fetch quests.
What else are you going to do in a prison game?
Oh, fetch quests and fight clubs.
Well, yeah. What are you going to do in a game that's set in a prison the entire time?
I guess it is all about making deals. It's like, hey, I want this. So it's like, well, you know what I want? I want this other thing. So you go get this other thing, and then I'll give you this.
Yeah.
That was the game. That was the whole
And
game.
apparently, Paxton's really good at just going wherever the fuck he wants and picking up anything anybody needs.
Are we supposed to glean that that's like a benefit of being in the agency that he can
I
just
don't
go
know.
wherever?
Oh, you mean it's like training that's why he can do it?
Yeah, maybe he gets like more leeway.
I don't think anyone else knows.
Yeah, maybe someone
'Cause it's
above is
the
like,
company.
he's a friend. Don't fuck him up.
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe.
I don't know. I'm
Or
just-
it's not the Fort Knox of prisons.
Either
Dare
that
you
too.
say?
That's also a possibility.
Well, anyway, there's a race war about to go pop off. You need to go get some of this drug from the mental hospital part of the...
I like how easy it is to steal drugs from the infirmaries around this place.
Yeah, so you get some insulin blocker for C-Note, and he's got your back now. And now there's a man named Haywire in Schofield's cell for some reason, and you got a Bruzy wants you to get him out of there so you can have a meeting with...
I assume this is part to do with the show. Like, he needed a certain roommate to break out,
Yeah, maybe.
but we don't know it if you don't know the show.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I don't really know for sure either, but that's kind of what I guessed.
maybe. But you get in there, and you're eavesdropping again, and you hear about a Bruzy. He's in on the breakout.
What?
They certainly talk out loud about it quite a bit.
Yeah. And then you're on the payphone. You're calling Mannix because you do this every now and again just to give him info of what's going on, even though I think he would know. And he's like, you know what? Kill Burrows. And you're like, what? You said just observe and report. And he's like, no, do it. Kill him. And then somehow you find out that the tattoo on Mike's back is the escape plan.
I think you just kind of guess.
Yeah. Well, because you see a sketch of Haywire was sketching it or something. You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
The part I understand, the way they talk, is that Michael is supposed to be like this next level genius guy, right?
Yeah.
Like smart, like 10 times smarter than anyone else in any room. Why does he have to get the map tattooed in his body? Why can't he just be like, oh, I remember it because I'm fucking brilliant?
Because I think it's a blueprint of the prison.
Yeah, I think it's
But it's
more than
so
just,
dumb.
But I guess that would be hard to remember. He doesn't have a photographic memory.
Doesn't he? He's smarter than everybody else. I just assumed that's what
Well, I
it
mean,
was.
they aren't synonymous.
Yeah. I don't know, to help other people? I mean, he's not looking at his own back and fucking doing it, right?
Yeah, because that comes up later, I thought.
I don't know.
I just thought of this. Do we ever see a sequence or a thing where the two brothers talk to each other?
No, we see them walking together once or twice, but
Yeah.
barely.
Don't they talk in the beginning? Just like, hey, how'd you get here?
Maybe.
Boom.
Yeah. I think right when he gets in, he's like, oh, so you showed up.
Yeah,
Thanks.
maybe.
I mean, how could you know they're brothers? They have different last names.
I know. Now all of a sudden there's a riot in the infirmary while you're there. And you're like, oh my God, this must be the breakout. They started this riot as a cover. That's not what happens.
It's not?
No, you find out that they started the riot in the infirmary to cover a drill. They're drilling through a wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Abruzzi's guys are doing it.
Yeah. So they had the riot to cover up so that nobody'd hear it.
Yeah, so you can't hear the wall drilling or whatever.
Probably make a lot more sense if we saw the show.
Maybe.
I said, okay, I shouldn't have said probably.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, wouldn't it be great if it didn't?
Yeah.
Like, if like a super fan of this show played this game, it's like, none of this fucking happened in the show.
I assume that tattoo was definitely part of the show because they bring it up like 3 or 4 times.
It definitely is, yeah.
I vaguely remember it. I always thought the show's premise was so fucking dumb. Like, how do you get 20 episodes of a season? And this show
It had a couple seasons.
went on for multiple seasons. And at some point, I think in the second season, they broke out of prison. So they've prison broke already. And the show is still called Prison Break.
Well, yeah. They're still on the run after that, I guess.
It's just silly.
I think, most of us trying to figure out who the agency is after. But none of us have seen the show. So.
Yeah, I know. We're all just speculating here.
That's true. I guess I just think it's silly and don't want to watch it.
Yeah, now after this game, I definitely don't want to watch it.
I know, right?
After they do all this riot and stuff afterwards, I like the scene afterwards where he's just walking through like things and he's like eavesdropping on people while he's just listening from the other side of the bars.
Oh, yeah. Like they don't see him
Yeah,
there?
like they're talking
Yeah.
and he's standing there and he's like,
That was so good.
he's like 3 feet away and he's like, I got to eavesdrop on this conversation.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking very loudly about this shit.
Yeah.
This part, there's a man sent to kill you, Paxton, and Burroughs. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, you kill him, but
You kill him. Oh, yeah, you kill him, and he has a note in his pocket that says, kill Burroughs and Paxton.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
which is what I would wear you to take along with me if I was doing that.
Fucking A.
Who am I supposed to kill again? How am I going to remember?
So you get sent to the shoe for killing this guy. And you're like,
I thought everybody went because of the riot. It was kind of like,
oh, maybe. I don't know, but everyone's in their own room.
yeah.
And you're like, who the fuck paid to have me killed? You ask a Bruzy, and you call Mannix.
I never heard anything about it, he says.
Yeah, and Mannix is surprised you called. He's like, "Oh, you're all right?" And you're like, "Wait a minute, Mannix."
No, you don't think that yet.
Well, any normal person
Yeah,
would.
any normal person would. But
So Mannix is like, "Well, cutting through a pipe, so forge a work order to fix the pipe."
And then you have to sneak into the warden's office again.
yeah.
Oh, this part was great too.
Don't you have to steal a knife for a bruisey, too?
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, they took my shank when they tossed my room. Get me a knife."
I just have in my notes, more fetch quests, don't care, still trying to figure out who had Turk try to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Abruzzi does some work for you. He's like, "Yeah." Oh, wait, when you forge the work order, you put it on the guy's desk, and then the secretary comes in. She's like, "A work order?
Yeah, a work order here?
Right here?
At this time of day?
No wonder nothing gets done." It's so stupid.
Then she almost catches you hiding in the
Oh, yeah, in the
locker.
locker. He's like, "We need you. Hurry up. Let's go." Anyway, Abruzzi does some digging, and he's like, "This Turk guy, he was a ghost. There's no fucking record of him."
He went to medical school for a while, and
Yeah, so we don't know. We don't know nothing. So I need you to get me phone records so I can find out who he was talking to.
now
This part really annoyed me. Because
how
you know
would
if
you
he
not know?
if he can find out who Turk was talking to, he knows you're calling.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when he asked him. I was like, "You're an idiot. You've been calling this guy every time.
Yeah. At least black out your calls then or something. So
Might as well just hand him your little tape recorder."
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Surprised nobody found that when they tossed his room.
Yeah,
Anyway, Abruzzi starts a meeting with you after you give him the records, and he's like, "Look, I know you're a cop. Just say you're a cop. Either you say yes, and you're a cop, and I kill you, or you say no, and you're a fucking liar, and I kill you." So you're like, "Oh, duh."
I don't know nothing.
And he's like, "Look, Mannix was my bitch. I had him on my payroll. I know you talked to him."
He betrayed me.
And he's like, "Here, you two guys take him out. I'm going to go turn my back on this." You know, classic.
Perfect.
So you fight these two guys and take them out. And while you're there, 2 company men come in, men in black types.
Well, don't they say they're from the Department of Corrections?
Well, to get into the prison, but they tell you they're company men.
Are they company people? Oh, okay, they do.
Yeah. Because when they find you, they're like, we're with the company. I think they were there to kill you.
Oh, I thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was the thing that really bothered me, is that they just yelled enough
Yeah.
that everyone's like, oh, yeah, you must be legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on in here.
We're here to check things out. We're looking at the infrastructure.
Yeah, we heard some things
Come
about...
right in.
Heard some things about a pipe that might be cracked.
There were anomalies with pipes. And I just wrote in my notes, fake their way in with yelling to the CO.
Once again, the Fort Knox of prisons.
Yeah, right. So the company men weren't there to kill you. They came to tell you, they're like, you better kill Burroughs.
Yeah. And you're like, I wasn't sent in here to kill Burroughs.
You're like, that's not what I'm here for. And they're like, well, you are now. You're
Turk
part of
was
the
sent in
company.
to help you, which is weird because you're dead. He's dead.
Yeah. It's like, we sent Turk to help you kill him, and look what you did.
He's been calling and speaking with Mannix the entire time. Don't you think Mannix would have said something?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be at least like, oh, we sent someone to help you. What happened?
It's just such a dumb fucking way to build intrigue. You know what I mean?
It's real dumb.
Like, it's like, here's the plot twist. And it's like, well, I know it's a plot twist and these guys are lying because my boss would have just told me to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did tell you to kill Burroughs, but he never did, so...
Well, you weren't
figured-
sent in there to kill Burroughs in the first place.
Yeah. Anyway, some reason they show you a Bruisey getting shanked and choppered out, and then you get an FBI visitor. And it's Aldo. You know Aldo.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who was...
I've watched the show. Of course I know who he is.
Yeah. The guy who was never brought up at all happens to be the father of Burroughs and Schofield.
And it turns out he's the reason that
He's an ex-company man.
Burroughs was framed.
He's the reason?
Yeah. They were trying to try and bring him out of hiding.
Oh, yeah. Aldo's the whole reason for this thing.
Yeah.
Well, if he was the whole reason, why'd they let him leave right away?
I don't think the company knows he's there.
Oh, because he's an FBI.
Yeah.
What?
He's an FBI dressed as an NSA.
Yeah. Oh,
And a
classic.
Montana militia.
At an ATF mission. Fucking Christ.
So Aldo tells you, I'll destroy your company records so you can get out of here because they want you dead. And if they know you're still alive, they're going to keep coming after you. And he's like, I left the company and I want to save my sons. You helped them break out and we'll call it even. And then I'll help you get a new life. So you're like, okay, all I need is the blueprints, which they keep in a unlocked drawer in every office, apparently.
Just sitting around.
Yeah.
There's 50 copies all over the place.
The prison
big deal.
blueprints are on the napkins and the fucking...
Yeah, in the CO's lounge.
But he had to definitely tattoo himself up with the blue. For sure.
Yeah, you couldn't just find them like this guy does easily.
Yeah, like half an effort, you would have found 9 copies.
Yeah.
Nope, gotta
dummies.
tat him on the back.
So, you find out that the way out of the prison starts in Schofield's cell. And he's in the loony bin because I don't know why. They don't tell you why. I'm sure it's a big plot point in the show. But you need his cell. Since his cell is vacant, you go to the CO who takes care of all that shit. And you're like, look, let me get the cell. And he's like, oh, it's going to be $500. And you're like, well, I don't got that money.
Fight some bitches for money.
He's like, well, I'll tell you what. You could fight everybody, or you could fight Bellic, because Bellic's never been beaten, and if you win, you'll make the money, because it's got a lot of action on it. So you fight Bellic, you kick his ass, and of course, in classic Bellic fashion, he takes all your money anyway. He's like,
Bellic's a CO, right?
yeah.
Okay. I thought so, but...
Yeah,
this
why
part
would
got
you
to-
think that you'd get away with that?
Yeah. Who would actually win? And now the CO is going to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
You're going to shoot.
There's a reason he's never lost, you idiot. So he steals it back. Oh, you have to go steal it back from him again because he just put it in his locker or something. So,
yeah, the money.
yeah.
Yeah, all the money's mine. I lost. I take it.
Yeah. So you steal the money back from his locker and you get the room. And now you're like, all right, to get out of here, I'm going to need a CO uniform.
There's a huge hole in the wall. They're just moving the toilet out of the way. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Where's all the water from the toilet?
I guess they just shut the water off.
I guess.
But also, I'm pretty sure prisons don't do toilets like that. They just come out of the ground and Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well,
No, I see what you're saying. It's like it's more of a like the concrete is built into the ground. Like it's
Yeah.
not one piece of metal you can just unscrew from the wall.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, in the Fort Knox prisons.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're right. It'd be hilarious if behind all of those things there was a sneaking, crazy tunnel system, and you just ended up in like a different cell. Like,
Isn't that like a
it's like,
cartoon?
oh, I'm breaking out. I'm doing it. I can't believe someone left a hole. This is amazing. And you're just like outside in a cell. You're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, at
Yeah,
least it's
you end up
outside.
in the shoe.
Yeah.
We got to make a prison comedy parody movie because what's more funny than incarceration?
Tell me about it. So anyway, you get the room, you're in there, and now you're like, I need a CO uniform and I need to destroy my own prison records. So there's no record of me anywhere. So you destroy the records and you get a phone call. Oh, you don't get a phone call. Another guy from prison,
Yeah, it's the guy who's been talking to
the
you.
elder
like your best
guy
buddy,
who's
yeah.
always like, I don't know, he's on your side. I don't know if he was an ex-company or something. But he's like, I got a phone call. That thing you needed destroyed is done.
Which I assume is the company records.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to forget about
Well,
you
he
now that
says,
the
he's
company
like,
records are done.
your old friend Aldo called me or something like that. So you're all set to go. And all of a sudden, a Bruzy comes back. He's back on the bus. He's coming back with all the other inmates. But guess who else is on the bus?
I don't know. Who could it be?
Mannix.
The only other character we've been introduced to the entire time.
Seriously. Mannix he's like, fuck this. I'll do it myself. I'll dress up as a prisoner and come kill Burroughs.
This isn't a very effective company. Quote unquote company.
Seriously. If the leader of the company has to do
Yeah.
this shit, why didn't he just send those fucking Men in Black types to do it?
I'm just apparently they could just yell their way in to a meeting with anybody.
We're
So
the
why
Department
wouldn't-
of Getting Lincoln Burroughs. Let us in.
It's crazy that these people now in 2 cases have thought the best way to get to an inmate is to make myself go to jail. Twice has happened.
The only time I've ever seen that happen before in a show was Arrested Development, and it didn't work out well.
Oh, yeah.
But at least that was a comedy. They weren't trying to sell it as a high intensity taut thriller. What
We're
do I
almost
know?
done
I guess
here. We're almost done
yeah,
here, guys.
we're getting there.
Now you're back in the cell and you're like, everyone's escaping. They're just, it's open time.
Yeah.
All the cells are open. People are just like, do. Slip out the back and put the toilet
It's like
back.
the line to slap the lady in the airplane movie.
Exactly.
They're just like walking out the hole.
All these people just disappearing. And then one guy gets to, I don't know why you have to beat him with the toilet to get out.
I don't know either.
Like, because he was going to, oh, there's only room for 5. What are you doing? I don't know.
Fort Knox or prisons, everybody.
But you beat him with the toilet and then you go through the hole and then you never put the toilet back. So, whatever. So you see the brothers are escaping. Mannix is coming after you. You're fighting. Whole bunch of shit. You get knocked off an edge, grab a fucking chain, climb back up, kick his ass.
This is a wide open area for inside a prison.
Yeah. And then you're eventually on the roof
Yeah.
and you're fighting Mannix, but you're dressed as a corrections officer. So the sniper from the tower, he's like, oh, I got to snipe this guy, but I don't have an open shot. Eventually he gets that open shot.
Just snipe through the CO.
And he snipes Mannix, and Mannix falls off the roof, dead. We assume he's dead. There might be a sequel.
Yeah. I hope so.
Oh, there fucking better not be. Jesus Christ.
And then you see Burroughs and Schofield just climb a clothesline over the Fort Knox prison's wall. And the alarm goes off, and it's like, oh, they're escaping, blah, blah, blah. And it cuts back to the beginning scene where it turns out Paxton was walking out with the recorder, listening to his own voice, just like a fucking,
Yeah. Well, weirdo.
well, yeah, what the hell was that all about?
Pick up milk. That's what I was waiting for.
He's like, what's all this shit about a quest? And that's it.
Oh, God damn it. You just walk out the front door, huh?
Yep. Classic.
I hope, in my mind, this is like an American Psycho, but it's just a CO at a prison who thinks all this stuff happens and it doesn't really happen.
He's just a CO. He's just
Yeah, just
leaving.
Make a lot more sense, I'll tell you that.
That would have been an awesome twist.
Yeah.
But there it is.
But alas, it wasn't.
Was it Dallas?
With a dream.
The Who Shot JR where he just comes out of the shower? It was like a dream?
Yeah, the whole show was a dream.
That's been classically made fun of so many times.
And wasn't there another one? Was it Quantum Leap or it was all happening in a snow globe? I don't know if it was Quantum Leap, but there was a
definitely
famous
wasn't
old-
Quantum
No,
Leap.
that wasn't Quantum Leap, but there was. I know what you're talking about.
It was like all in a snow globe.
It's just
and
a
that was, like, the
kid's
series
imaginary
finale.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what that was. Well, if you guys know, send us an email.
Yeah, let me know.
2 weeks from now, we won't even remember what we're talking about.
I know. Like, what the fuck is this email about? Snow globe.
Well, that's it. That's the game. We did it, and we're not better people.
No,
this was
no, we're not.
whatever.
You can't even
But
lie
let's roll into it. Let's start with Dr. Syintist.
Oh, thanks.
So, Dr. Syintist, did this movie make you want to play this epic win?
Oh, jeez. This epic, unadulterated win of a game
Is my sarcasm a little over the top?
again.
And what score would you give this gin?
Would I play it? No. It seems stealthy and annoying. A lot of
Yeah,
QTEs.
Other than okay. I was trying to think if I saw any gameplay.
No, I think it was all like quick time events or stealthing and hiding in lockers. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, that seems incredibly boring. Did the story work for me? This may shock you, but not really.
What?
Really? That's
Yeah.
I need to hear this opinion.
It just seems if they would have had like one person who was in like an overnight prison or did a weekend or something just to help write on this, it would have been more believable.
Yeah, fair.
It's just the fort. It's supposed to be the Fort Knox of prisons, and you can just walk into the warden's office half the time. Like,
And he can just grab knives from the kitchen.
yeah. They actually have knives there,
Yeah, he does it twice at least.
and there's not like the only time that you have to get anybody to open a door for you is when you leave your cell, and then everything else is open. You can walk wherever you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into the sewer down here and climb. Just guard it for me.
All right, just come back.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to like be anywhere or accounted for. I'm just gonna wander around the prison for
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
3 hours.
I don't think watching the show would have made this better.
No, I think it would have made it worse.
Maybe. Because this seems like it seems like they did the first season of the show and then they started adding the company thing in like later seasons, and this was just a part to get the company involved in the early season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that what actually happened? Because
I have
if
no
it is,
idea, but
It sounds.
It makes a lot of sense.
that
Like
would be my
retconning
guess.
shit through a video game?
Yeah. Like, the company was involved this whole time because they had a guy undercover inside.
Oh, that's
And
how
then can
they
you
know.
imagine the diehard fans of the show who don't play video games because they're old people who watch network television? They're like,
Network.
what do you mean they retconned these people back in a fucking video game?
Yeah, like the whole Aldo thing, you're the only one that talks to him, so he could have easily not been in the show for that first time when they all are in prison.
Is your character in the show?
I don't know. I doubt it.
I don't think so. I don't. Yeah, but I don't know.
Let's
I
go.
don't even remember his name. What was it?
Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
Bill
No, it's not-
Paxton.
it's
No,
not Bill
Tom
Paxton.
Paxton is in the show.
But-
No, he's credited as a voice actor. Let me check this.
Tom Paxton.
Yeah, Tom.
So according to IMDb, he isn't in the show anyway.
Figures.
So I really don't know what this thing was trying to do. It reminded me too much of Fight Club. Because
Yeah, how it's just added on stupidity.
Yeah, you add a character on that was in the background the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
What score would I give it?
Yeah, dying to know.
2.
2.
Yeah, it's terrible. I was gonna give it
is.
more, but then the more we talk about it, the more terrible it gets in my book. 2 stars.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that.
Yeah, right. All right, then.
So how about someone ask me some questions? How does that sound?
Let's kick it over to Scotchy here.
Hey, there we go.
Did this awesome video make you want to rock this game? Was the story awesome, or is it more of the same? And what kind of score will you give this lame?
Thanks for asking. Did this video make me want to play it? No, it actually made me mad at the show.
Fair.
I hate prison shows where like every single inmate is a stereotypical prison type.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many people in prison that are just like, I'm just keeping my head down, doing my time, and getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
But this is always like the mob boss, the people ordering hits on everybody. It's just
The crooked COs.
Yeah.
crooked COs with having their own fighting rings that they're gambling on. I mean, the prison system is not great, and it's a piece of shit.
I mean, most of it's privately run. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the privatization is what's destroying everything. So, not that has anything to do with the game. The game, I didn't want to play it. I didn't want to play it because, like you
I'm
said,
gonna give it less stars because of the nature of the prison system.
yeah, that's not fair, I suppose. Yeah, the only place where slave labor's legalized
Well,
in the
You
in
know
the
it,
U.S.
dude.
yeah.
It's America.
I mean, that's in the Constitution anyway.
Slap.
Fucking this game. So, the video did not make me want to play it. Did the story work for me? No, it was too dumb. Like, you could go around the prison wherever you felt like going. Breaking out was pretty easy, considering all they had to do was make a little bit of noise the one time.
Hey, he had to get a tattoo.
And he had to get the tattoo, which apparently didn't matter because there were blueprints laying around
That's
everywhere.
True. Yeah.
So, it's just dumb. Like, it can be dumb and fun, and that's fine. But it just feels like because of the fact that it's in a prison, they can just put people together and just manufacture their own dumb little drama scenarios. And it just wasn't.
It also gives them a way to not have women in the show.
Oh, snap.
Right? Oh, the one was used as
A sex object.
as a sex object. Yeah, the one woman was not great for women. But what score would I give it? I'm gonna be slightly more generous than Dr. Syintist, and I'm gonna give it a 3. And my extra point is for two separate things. The first being Peter Stormare's in it, and he's delighting everything
Well,
he's
I
in.
got up to 2 in my book.
Yeah, fair.
The extra point is because the voice actor who did Paxton, his name in real life is David Boat. So I'm giving this game a 3 based on that.
D-boat.
D-Boat! He's the best. So then it's up to you, Sir Chump Slap.
Oh, yeah? Do you have any questions or anything?
Did the story make you want to play this game all night? I just said the story. Yeah. Did the story make you want to play this game all night? Did the plot work for you, or was it stupid and trite?
Ooh.
And what
new
score out of 27 stars would aid this game on its plight?
Always loses it at the end. Always.
I like it. I like it.
At least I didn't give up on the third one and just panic and fart, and that was that's a step in the right direction.
All right. That sounds all right. Did it make me want to play it? No. Fucking no way in hell. Was the story good or trite or neither? I guess it was pretty trite. But the story didn't make any sense. It could have been set in a high school and it would have made sense. Just the way they're just little cliques and you can do whatever you want, technically, as long as you don't get caught.
And it's still like locked down, but not enough where you could buy a student like sneaking out when they're trying to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like a high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So no, that didn't work.
There was even a dance.
I guess you didn't have to watch. Well, none of us saw the show, so it still made sense. Kind of.
Kind of.
It worked as a very basic level of working. It was a story. There were people in it. Things happened.
And it ended.
And it ended.
You just nailed all the elements of a story.
Yeah.
Good job.
So, what do I give it out of 27 stars, you asked? I'll give it 3 as well.
Ooh, an 8-bagger.
Yikes.
Because it was a story.
Maybe our system does work.
For as much as you had to forego any real idea of how anything works in real life.
At the Fort Knox of prisons.
Yeah. So bad. Why'd they even have to put that in?
Yeah,
there? Why didn't they call it like the Chuck E. Cheese of prisons? It would have made more sense.
All they had to do was add one more line in there where he goes, it's the Fort Knox of prison, and the other dude goes, I don't know, that's not what I've been hearing. It seems like you got a pretty loose system here. That would have been fine.
Yeah, that would have made way more sense.
I would have bought it. I'd be like, oh, okay, so this prison operates a little differently. We're not really in the real world, it's a little silly. Whatever. I would have gave it 9 more points if they added that.
That line alone, guys.
Yeah, I lost a point every time we said the Fort Knox of prison.
Yeah, I know. And we said it a lot.
So an 8 is exactly the same score we gave to the gem that we did way back in March, Sopranos Road to Respect.
Yeah, this is exactly like that game.
I would think this is slightly better, but not much.
I don't know.
Can't out the system.
Nope.
The crazy thing is that it is exactly 2 points better than Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn.
It's oh man, I think you guys oversold Shaq Fu a lot.
We'll talk to Mr. 3 over there, Sir Chump Slap.
If I can go back in time, I'd give it another point.
Yeah, you show us. All right, well, if we got nothing else to say then, I guess, let's go on ahead into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic 90s Album Lock OTW.
This was the 90s, so you're listening to CDs, not iPods and such. Yeah.
Every week, we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed amazing pick for 90s Album Lock of the Week, and he's never let us down. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, this album was released on December 15th, 1992. And when
I really thought you were going to say 1999.
Yeah.
I'm like barely
that's
sneaking
still a
in there,
90s
but
album. The artist was shopping it around and couldn't get anybody to get it. And the main excuse he heard was because it's not hip hop. Then, 28 years later, it was included in the U.S. Library of Congress's National Recording Registry. And on April 20th, 2020, they released the album for free on all streaming services to celebrate.
4/20/2020.
It's got to be Cypress Hill.
Nope.
Dr. Dre, The Chronic.
Oh, you got it!
Yeah!
I didn't think you get. I was like, oh, if he gets the 420, he's gonna get it. But I kind of wanted to. My original clue was gonna be a lyric, and I was like, I'll just save it for the lyric.
Oh, yeah, what's the lyric?
It was the first use of the word bootylicious.
Oh, how about that?
Your bark was loud, but your bite wasn't vicious.
Yeah.
And the rhymes you were kicking were quite bootylicious.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, as long as you ignore some of the.
I was just going to say, it's crazy that someone would hear The Chronic and be like, that's not hip hop.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah, that's
when I read
wild.
that, I was like, what? I was trying to find some clue. I was originally just going to do the bootylicious thing, but then I was like, oh, that's 2 lyrics if they don't get it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, and you got to ignore some of the misogyny and stuff in it, like
Yeah.
all 90s.
It's 90s
gangsta
rap.
Not all rap. Yes, that's how it was.
But yeah, it's a good album. Got Dre Day.
Yeah, I used to own it on cassette. Or
Let
CD.
Me Ride. I
don't know.
completely forgot Let Me Ride existed until I saw it on here.
Me ride.
I have it on vinyl. I mean, it's
And
not the
when
original.
you said CDs, I almost said D's nuts, and I thought that would have gave it away.
Nuts. Nice. Classic album.
Yeah, but listen to The Chronic. Ah, man, Chump Slap's killing you. 8.5 points to 3.5 points. Poppascotch.
Damn it, this is bullshit. Cypress Hill was a solid guess.
That was
Yeah,
a
it was,
good
it
guess.
was.
It was a good guess.
I wasn't all over the place. Anyway, that is the 90s album, Lock of the Week, Dr. Dre, The Chronic. Go listen to it. Let's go ahead then and move into our favorite segment of our week, which is Sir Chump Slaps. Who would win in a fight?
Ding, ding, ding.
Punch, punch, left kick, right kick.
Did they do a new
Uppercut.
celebrity death match? Is there a new one on?
I don't know. Somebody should be on that.
Yeah.
Should be done by like the South Park people though.
They got enough money.
I know, but they'd make it decent.
Every week we ask Chump Slap 3 who would win the fight questions, and he picks the winners, and he has to explain himself, and he's always right. Anyway, this week, Sir Chump Slap, we're going to start where we always start with the game that we just discussed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and we'll have Mannix versus the secretary lady, who I don't think has a name.
I think Mannix would win because in the fight versus Paxton, he's a pretty formidable enemy.
And Paxton took down Bellick.
Yeah. So I'm pretty
good
sure
point.
Mannix might be the strongest person in the game.
Well,
He only
he
loses
is a
because he
final
gets
boss.
shot.
He is the final boss. Yeah, you're right.
He's basically the tyrant from Resident Evil 2.
Yep. Yeah, I'd have to give it to Mannix. I mean, he knows what's going on. He's ready to fuck shit up.
All right, there you go, Mannix, number 1. Now, a question from gaming in general. I wanted to have a little bit of fun with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to need a pretty detailed explanation of who would win the fight between Q*bert and Kirby.
I'm going to have to go with Kirby, obviously.
I thought it was an easier choice than that.
Because Q*bert runs from enemies and only jumps.
Yeah.
Just jumps on blocks.
Kirby just eats that
That's
shit.
true.
Yeah, Kirby would just open his mouth. Q*bert would be dead. All the blocks he could
And
eat.
it probably turned Kirby into some stupid jumping kangaroo or something.
Yeah, some type of Q*bert Kirby hybrid. Ooh. I want to see that.
Kind of like Vegito from Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
I would have said that.
That's what I was thinking, too. Same thing. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Exactly, man. Wow. That was good.
There you go. Kirby, winner of that one. Now, a question from history or celebrity. The year's 1995.
Ah, yes.
2 heavyweight actors squared off in the film Heat, but now we want to see who would win the fight in real life. We got 1995 De Niro versus 1995 Pacino.
95. Ooh.
Who do you got?
95 De Niro versus 95 Pacino. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Hoo-wah! You weren't getting away without a Pacino.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's great. I'll have to go with Pacino
Okay.
because of the Devil's Advocate.
Wait, you being Devil's Advocate or the movie The Devil's
The
Advocate?
movie Devil's Advocate. That was Pacino, right? Before I look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It was him. That's right.
Yeah.
Where he's the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think he would be. Yeah. I think he's taller, too, in real life. Even though I think they're both like 5'8" or something like
You
that.
missed Chump Slap's passion about studying the heights of actors.
Yeah, back in the 90s? Fuck yeah, man.
Well, I'll paint you another picture. It was 3 years after The Chronic came out.
Ooh. Well, then definitely Pacino.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to lead you too much.
All right.
That wasn't hip hop either, but the Chronic is.
Yes, exactly.
Well, the fight is not who's more hip hop, Pacino or The Chronic. Maybe we'll save that one for next week. Or, if anyone has any ideas of what fights they'd like to see us discuss, you could write them all up in an email. You could send it to us. Where would they send that, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, you can send that to plottytime@gmail.com. I'll read them. I'll respond. And if I read about a fight, I'll actually think about it for more than 30 seconds or so.
Perfect. And if they want to get to us faster on the socials with fan art of Kirby eating Q*bert, where would they do that, Dr. Syintist?
At plottytime on Instagram or Twitter, or stop by the subreddit where people drop pictures that we love every day.
Every day.
Some really, really great fan art on there. We really appreciate it. You can head over to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out.
I did like the one of Chump Slap stealing Indy's hat.
That's not what it was. It was me placing a bowler hat on your head. Like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I thought you were
watching-
stealing Indiana Jones' hat for some reason.
Man, we love the fan art we do, but we forget exactly what we say the second this recording ends.
it's always amazing to find out what the hell we said.
Yeah, and try to piece it together. But if you have more of that fan art, plottytime.com, go there and buy shit. I don't know why that two linked together, but I forgot to say to go to our store to buy shit. So that being said, shout out to Blaine J. Shout out to Drago the Slago. Shout out to Hamman. Shout out to Luis Guzman. Don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Shout out to Emery from Australia.
Yeah.
And shout out to everyone from Australia. Later.
Peace.